Hi, I'm Bjorn Jensen with Xeneta, the world's premier freight intelligence platform. I'm speaking to you from TPM, and the word from everybody is we want to hear about the Middle East. Who doesn't want to hear about the Middle East? And what does it really mean? What does it mean operationally? What does it mean for shippers? What does it mean for costs? There are multiple impacts of this, of course, the most obvious one being vessels that are actually stuck inside the Strait of Hormuz, so inside the Arabian Gulf. Probably 45 to 50 vessels that we know of are stuck in there. They will not get out anytime soon. The cargo will be offloaded. Some of it will probably perish over time. We've seen this before in previous crises. And then you've got the second issue, of course, is the vessels that were supposed to use ports inside the Persian Gulf or in the area in a war zone that's rapidly expanding, also according to the insurance companies. What's happening there? Well, what's happening is these vessels are turning off their AIS transponders, they're popping up in unexpected places, and that gives you a bit of an answer to what's going to come down the line. When ships are all of a sudden in the wrong place, it means the equipment on them is also in the wrong place. And this will eventually, by experience, always eventually show up as unintended congestion and equipment shortages in places you wouldn't expect. If you're a Trans-Pacific shipper, for example, you might sit here and think, well, I'm shipping from Shanghai to Long Beach, well, not an issue for me. Yeah, it will be. In about 3 to 4 weeks, you'll start seeing those equipment shortages, and you'll be competing for container space, or for containers, for physical containers, not necessarily for space, with other shippers. Which brings us to the third impact, which is cost. Nobody can stand here and tell you what this is going to cost. It's going to cost quite a bit. You're going to have, first of all, fuel surcharges that are going to go through the roof. Global oil prices are up 10 to 15% in the last 2 days. That will show up in the bunker surcharges. You'll have more risk surcharges and whatever else carriers figure out how to name them. They can be on the order of $3,000 to $5,000 a container. And then you may have issues with your own insurance companies that you'll have to pay. What are you going to do about that as a shipper? In my experience, in past crises, even the Suez crisis, the Red Sea crisis, what you're going to do is try and negotiate as hard as you can for these surcharges to be treated separately. Do not let them creep into your rates and just be added to your rates, because they'll never, ever creep back out. Ring fence them. Tell your carriers, we know we're going to pay them. We will pay them. We understand. But package them as a separate surcharge so that we can lop off when the situation changes. That's the best you can do there. Air freight, if you can, but even air freight is struggling big time because you got some of the biggest transhipment ports in the world, Doha and Dubai, very heavily impacted, not even operational. You've got passenger aircraft diverted, which removes the belly space that would have been in different places. So again, air freight is going to be impacted as well. And this is probably going to take weeks, and that gives us an indication of when will this problem resolve itself. We know from past experience, much past experience, that when we have these disruptions in container traffic, it takes about 1 month to mop up 1 week's worth of disruption. So you can start doing the math yourself. If this takes 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, well, it's a corresponding number of months before we finally mopped up and the ships are back in the right place, the containers are back in the right flows, and people are starting to feel confident. So this is not going to be over next week, and there's going to be no